5,000 kilometers, 14 days, the first big one, leaving our home roads behind. Destination, the Balkans. (2019), our first big adventure beyond the borders we knew, 5,000 kilometers across the Balkans. Back then, we didn't have action cams on our helmets, just phones in our pockets and a drone in the bag. It's raw, it's shaky, but it's real. We wanted to see the legendary mountain passes and the rugged beauty of the East. But what we actually found was much more. We found a silence in the mountains where no words were needed, a hospitality that turned strangers into family, and the thrill of pushing street bikes through places they were never meant to go. This is what we saw, what we felt, and how the Balkans changed us. By evening, we crossed into Romania and found a place to stay in a small village, thanks to a kind 70-year-old lady named Maria. Long before it was paved, Roman legions marched through these passes. It's known as the King's Road because King Carol II rebuilt it in the 1930s. Walking or riding here means traveling a path that has served warriors and kings for centuries. Sometimes the best part of a moto trip is when the engines stop. We shared a bench with a local soul, both of us just guests of these mountains. A shared silence can be more powerful than any conversation. This road wasn't built for tourists. It was a paranoid military project by dictator Ceausescu, built in the 70s as a quick escape route for the army. Thousands of tons of dynamite were used to carve this path through the stone, and many soldiers paid for it with their lives. The Vidraru Dam is a concrete giant from the 60s. When they flooded the valley to create the lake, an entire village was submerged. People say that during dry seasons, the remains of the old houses still haunt the depths below. Forget the tourist traps. This is the real fortress of Vlad the Impaler, the inspiration for Dracula. 1,180 steps later, you can feel why this place was unconquerable. Then came the Romanian gravel. We were on street tires, and they were screaming for mercy. The roads were completely washed out by the rain, turned into a mess of loose rocks and deep ruts. Sometimes the best plans are the ones that fall apart. We wanted to keep pushing south, but the road turned into endless gravel again. When oncoming drivers started waving at us to turn back, and the first raindrops hit our visors, we knew it was time to listen. With our street tires, it just wasn't worth the risk. So we ended up riding Transalpina for the second time, unplanned, in the opposite direction. And honestly, it was the best detour we ever took. The Giant of the Danube, a 55-meter-tall tribute to King Decebalus, the hero of Romania, carved directly into the limestone cliffs of the Iron Gates. Serbia at night caught us completely off guard. We couldn't find a place to stay, so we just kept riding. Even after midnight, the towns were buzzing with life-crowded cafes, loud music, and heavy traffic. It felt like the country was wide awake while we were pushing through our exhaustion. When the sun goes down and you're still in the saddle, the world changes. The sounds of the engines felt louder in the cool night air. We decided to skip sleep and push all the way to the border. Destination: Montenegro. Entering Montenegro felt like entering a different world, and the Tara Bridge is its grand gateway. Built just before World War II, this concrete masterpiece spans the deepest canyon in Europe. Then we climbed into the heart of Durmitor. This is where the landscape gets truly dramatic. Massive limestone peaks, winding narrow roads, and a silence so deep you can hear your own heart beating. Entering the Piva Canyon felt like riding through a fantasy world. The water has this unreal turquoise color, and the road is a series of raw tunnels carved straight into the cliffs. We were just cruising through the darkening streets when we were stopped by this gentleman. He must have been over 70, but he had the energy and kindness of a saint. He didn't just give us a bed. He made us push our bikes through the front door into his own hallway. Seeing our machines parked next to his coat rack was a moment I'll never forget. The next morning, our host, a man who had surely seen a lot in his 70-plus years, prepared us a traditional coffee. Watching him carefully brew it was like watching a master at work. There was no rush, just pure Balkan soul in a tiny cup. It wasn't just coffee, it was a lesson in how to treat a stranger like a son. Mostar is famous for its bridge, but for us, it will always be the city where a stranger treated us like his own family. We crossed into Croatia through a tiny back road checkpoint and headed toward Dubrovnik. The traffic was insane, so we decided to skip the city center, grabbed a quick break by the sea, and continued along the scenic Adriatic highway to Petrčan, where we reunited with my wife and her friend. We stayed in Petrčan for 3 days. Sun, sea, and total relaxation. It was a perfect way to take a breather before the long ride back. The journey home was soaked in rain, starting in Slovenia and following us all the way into Austria. Luckily, we had a dry place to stay at our friend's apartment in Wolfsburg. The next day, with occasional showers, we made it to Znojmo. That's where we said our goodbyes and each headed home. Balkan hospitality is in a league of its own. Here, a stranger is just a friend you haven't met yet. Whether it was our 70-year-old host in Mostar making us morning coffee, or locals finding us a bed in the middle of the night, they give you everything. And if you're staying under their roof, no is not an option for dinner. You don't just get a room, you get a seat at the family table. 5,000 kilometers later, we didn't just bring back photos, we brought back a piece of the Balkan soul.